Venturing into the Star Wars universe, we dare to question conventional perspectives through the lens of history and philosophy. We propose an alternate perspective. Could the Galactic Empire embody wisdom and the Jedi Order misleading truths? Utilizing historical and philosophical analyses, the Jedi Order appears as a dogmatic group, hindering the growth of other spiritual pathways. Oppressive religious establishments that obscure the journey towards authentic spiritual enlightenment. In contrast, the Galactic Empire, much like spiritual ascetics, seeks enlightenment amid adversity. Consider the iconic duel between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Vader. Surprisingly, it's the Jedi who strike first, challenging their peacekeeper image. This bold move sharply contrasts with the Empire's cautious strategy, as exemplified by Palpatine's teachings. This uncovers an unexpected discipline and self-control, shattering commonly held views. It suggests that the peacekeeping Jedis might not be as innocent as portrayed. The Republic's deeds, comparatively, appear more hasty, casting a different light on the intergalactic conflict. As we traverse the narrative universe, we can't help but draw parallels between the Galactic Empire and ancient civilizations. The grandeur of the Death Star mirrors the mammoth structures of antiquity, like the pyramids and the Great Wall of China, symbols of unity and strength. This shifts our perspective, viewing the Death Star not as a weapon but a symbol of the Empire's unity. The discipline of the Sith, the strategic construction of the Death Star, all hint at the Empire's quest for enlightenment. It suggests the Empire isn't as dark as it seems, but echoes the wisdom of ancient civilizations. This invites a reassessment of the Galactic Empire and perhaps our history. As we move forward, let's keep these newfound insights in mind as they may shed light on the complexities we are about to encounter. As we delve further into the interstellar saga, let's spotlight the droids. Often overlooked, these mechanized entities are embodiments of unwavering loyalty. Contrasting their organic counterparts, droids like R2-D2 and C-3PO are beyond politics or personal ambitions. Their actions carry galactic weight, reflecting creators' intentions and mirroring their masters, whether virtuous or villainous. Striking a comparison with characters like Leia and Luke, we ponder on the nature of unyielding dedication versus organic decision-making, teeming with emotions and biases. In the grand scheme of the cosmic conflict, who truly holds the moral high ground? In the alternate universe of Star Wars, we reimagine the Galactic Empire and its Death Star as symbols of former civilizations' grandeur, places akin to America and Egypt's pyramids or the towering ziggurats of Babylon. These structures, much like the Death Star, were not just feats of architecture, but were emblematic of the pinnacle of knowledge and supremacy of their time, acting as beacons of wisdom. From this viewpoint, the Empire mirrors the essence of the Iron Age's ancient American civilities. Together with the Egyptians and Israelites from the Bronze Age, societies that thrived on innovation and wisdom until their ultimate obliteration by the combined forces of Luke Skywalker and Yoda. These two are now seen as representatives of the conquistadors and monarchs, the heralds of the Jedi, who were once seen as virtuous guardians but are now the implementers of a new order, reminding us of historical figures like Alexander the Great, who imposed their will on the rich cultures. It's the light force that facilitated the downfall of these ancient empires, leading to its own expansion and the establishment of a new order. The tragic history of the Native Americans who suffered genocide and displacement reflects the fate of the Empire, defeated by the dogma symbolized by the Jedi. The lightsabers in this narrative are more than weapons. They symbolize the zealous word, the enforcement of a single truth trying to wipe out diverse spiritualities and ancient wisdom. This perspective paints the Jedi not as heroes, but as proponents of religious conformity, imposing a uniform belief system that stifles the diverse cosmic spirituality the Empire sought to preserve. As we journey through the vast cosmic space, bridging the Empire and Earth, we are compelled to pause and examine the intricacies of the Empire. Beyond the symbolic elements like the hues of the laser projectiles and spaceship names, the Empire's complexity is further illustrated by key moments within the Star Wars universe. Obi-Wan Kenobi's preemptive strike against Darth Vader stands in stark contrast to the Empire's strategic restraint, shedding a new light on the Empire's approach to conflict. The corruption within the Republic forces us to question the moral high ground often accredited to the Jedi. There are surprising moments such as Stormtroopers' unexpected acts of mercy which starkly contrast Han Solo's preemptive defense. The controversial destruction of Alderaan is framed as a desperate bid for peace, echoing some of the difficult choices made in historical wartime decisions. These elements woven into the storytelling hint at the intricate layers embedded in the narrative, underscoring that every narrative, whether unfolding a galaxy far, far away or on our very own Earth, is imprinted with nuances that beg for our vigilance and discerning interpretation. As we delve deeper into the narrative, it's essential to question our preconceived notions and biases. We're quick to label the Empire as the villain, despite their efforts to maintain galaxy-wide peace and stability. The Empire is often judged on their defeats, which isn't fair. Further, their creation of jobs and maintaining order with Star Destroyers signals their commitment to the citizens' welfare. Conversely, the Rebel Alliance's proclaimed peace often seems to mask thirst for warfare. Even revered figures like Princess Leia Organa employ questionable tactics. Therefore, it's crucial to evaluate the Empire without the lens of emotional bias, questioning whether they truly deserve the villainous label. After all, every narrative is layered with complexities that demand our attention and thoughtful interpretation. The Galactic Empire and the Rebel Alliance aren't as clear-cut as we've believed. Are we embracing these labels just because they're familiar? Perhaps the Empire's quest for stability might be a noble endeavor. The Rebel Alliance's tactics could be seen as thirst for power. We urge you to remain open-minded as we examine this narrative. In this phase of our expedition, we start to examine the unsettling aspects of the Jedi Order in the Star Wars universe. The Jedi Order, often perceived as the guardians of peace, exhibit behaviors reminiscent of a cult-like mentality, particularly in their indoctrination of younglings. Luke Skywalker's recruitment was not untouched by manipulation and tragedy, which further clouds the Order's assumed righteousness. Furthermore, the Jedi's self-appointed moral authority, unchecked and absolute, raises questions about the balance of power. Then there are the questionable claims of Stormtrooper precision, which bring their credibility into question. Remember, what's in the light isn't always righteous, and what's in the shadows isn't always evil. The Jedi Order and the Stormtroopers are entities with their own flaws and merits. Thus, let's delve deeper into our journey, interrogating and challenging the accepted beliefs. This imperial lens on Star Wars paints a canvas of reflection, with brushes dipped into the origin tales of Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. It probes the Orthodox narratives, drawing lines of similarity with spiritual ideologies. So now, viewers, gallantly step into this maze of celestial philosophy. Let your minds bloom in the garden of unexplored possibilities, shedding the leaves of blind loyalty to convention. Unfurl your thoughts like a poetic scroll, where each line is a step closer to the unknown. Viewers, as we draw the curtains on our journey through the esoteric lens, let's take a moment to reflect on the fascinating parallels we've drawn throughout this narrative. We've dived into the suppression of history and spiritual insight by the Orthodox rebellion, akin to the colonization of America and Alexander the Great's invasion of India. We've also explored the Galactic Empire's quest for enlightenment and the suppression of their narrative, mirroring the erasure of indigenous cultures and spiritual practices. Moreover, we've underscored the importance of questioning accepted narratives and seeking truth beyond the orthodox. As we step back from the imperial lens, we are left with a profound understanding of the Star Wars universe and a challenge to question, explore, and seek gnosis in our own world. As the echoes of antiquity reverberate through this galactic empire, we are reminded that the stories we tell, the names we assign, and the colors we choose to paint our narratives with, all hold significant power. So, as we wrap up this journey, let's remember to perceive not just with our eyes, but with our minds. To question, to explore, to defy convention, and to seek truth, just as the Galactic Empire did. And as we do, let's remember that the Empire is not just a tale of a galaxy far, far away, but a mirror reflecting our own reality. Until next time, viewers, stay curious and keep exploring.